Today I'm going to talk about something. Before I start talking, how many of you have heard about LLMs before? By show of hands? Only few people, right? What about ChatGPT? Okay, good. So ChatGPT is actually one of the LLMs that are there. And today I'm going to talk about alternative to that, right? That is the Falcon. So in my previous talk, I talked a lot about prompt engineering and how to use ChatGPT. But today's talk is more focused on an alternative. And why this alternative? I'll talk about. How many of you have heard about Falcon? And do you know, just for the audience, that Falcon is born out of UAE. So that is a proud thing of all of us staying here, that a company in Abu Dhabi, government-based technology innovation institute, have taken this model Falcon, and to your surprise, it is the number one large language model in the leaders board, and it's much better than ChatGPT, which I'm going to talk about. So a little bit about me, I introduce myself quickly. I'm Mohammad Arshad Ahmed, 18 years of experience as a data scientist. Worked in companies like Accenture, Hewlett Packard, Dell. Majid Al Futtaim was my last company, after which I started my startup, Decoding Data Science, that is into AI consulting and academy. And what actually is large language model? I know this is a non-tech audience, so I just kept it very simple. It is actually a neural network, huge neural network, as you can see, built on big data with super power computing that is there. This is the basics of what is large language model. There are a lot of technical definitions, but I don't want to go into that today. And just wanted to ask, how old is LLMs according to you? This ChatGPT we all came to know in November 2022, right? But how old is it? Can anyone guess when it started?
So 2007.
Anyone can make a right guess?
2007 or 8?
2000?
7 or 8.
No. Large language model started in 2017 by Google. The first model that they trained for large language model took 12 days to train the whole model, and actually they got weightages of the words that are coming, right? Because what does ChatGPT do? It does sequencing of words. What is the next probable word to come according to weightages? And that weightages took in 2017 12 days to train the model. And then it started. Then Facebook came with a model that took 1 day. 2018, there are so many models that you can see. This is the complete evolution tree of large language models. I don't want to go into details about that, but the real change happened in 2022 when GPT was launched. And we got access to ChatGPT in November 2022, and in 2 weeks they had around 200 billion users, so which was a big number. And from there in, the wave started. A lot of models came like Chinchilla, then we have Anthropic, and most of this that you can see are closed sources, right? The ones that are white, like this is GPT-3, it is a closed source. It is a closed source, means you cannot access and you cannot make changes in that. And there is something called as open source, in which you can actually access it. You can access it, you can change it, you can use the weight to build your own models. And in the top that you can see, Falcon. And this was launched few months back, and this is an open source, and this is on Apache server that any one of us can use and do it. So this is the evolution, and now as of today, Falcon is number one in the leaderboard, much better than GPT. And how is it number one? There are a lot of ranking systems that Hugging Face does, and there can be some debates about that, but as of now it is number one, which I'll talk more about. Now, what actually is Falcon? As I told you, by TII, it has publicly released this, and the best part of this, it is free, right? ChatGPT, if you are using GPT API for your website, you have to pay. I tried it 2-3 months back. My bill came around $1,000, which was too much, and I stopped that from my web page. But now I have changed the model to Falcon, which is free, and there is a limit of $1 million and above. Then you have to pay some royalty, but till then it is completely free. And what actually makes it unique, what makes Falcon unique, is the way it has been trained. The way it has been trained, it is using some custom built tools, and also it has web data. There is a lot of web data that is there, high quality web data that it has, and it is very fast compared to GPT. And also, as I told you, they have the UAE government has allowed this because they want startups to come out of this region, right? And it is under Apache license server, so anyone can use it if they have access to Hugging Face, and they can call it and start using it immediately, and they can change it because it is open source. GPT, they can't do any changes; they have to build over it. But here they can actually take the weightage and they can do the changes, which is a very good thing for developers and any business people who want to use this. Now, how it is better than ChatGPT, right? This is not this simple example for ChatGPT. I just asked some questions about myself, about my company and my academy. It gave random answers, right? It was not able to answer. It was saying, "I'm sorry, I apologize, I apologize." It was not able to answer. Same thing, quickly I did in a Falcon. Falcon gave the correct answer, right? Falcon mentioned that I am a data scientist entrepreneur based in Dubai. I am the founder of this academy. I have published a book. I hold a bachelor's degree from my college and complete experience it took. It took it from some website, and this is amazing. And also it told about my company. It took decoding data science. It took a YouTube because I don't know the algorithm. My YouTube channel was doing better. So I took it as a YouTube channel, but in my academy it gave the complete information from my website. So you saw how well this particular thing, same thing in GPT, it just could not answer properly. Even though my website is old, above that cutoff of 2021, still these things were very well answered by Falcon, which is amazing. You can see the difference just next to you, right? I just did today morning only. I took this snapshot to show here about these three questions that GPT is giving you answer and what Falcon is giving us output, right? So, and this is, first of all, this is better, accurate, faster, and free. Now, one more example. Last time I told about prompt engineering a lot. Today I want to give one more example about a prompt engineering. This is an app I built. Earlier on, I had built a similar app using GPT, which costed me thousands of dollars, and I had to take it out because the tokens that people use, they have to pay. I have to pay for it. So now what I did is I again relaunched the app by using Falcon, and this app I will just tell you what, and I just want to give a simple use case of how anyone here can build an app using just little bit of prompt engineering skills and how to access the Falcon LLM. So this is a doubt clearing application for my academy, right? Decoding data science and academy. If you go and type, search the data science and AI topic, you want to understand. If you type interval in ChatGPT, interval can be a movie interval, it can be a random thing. ChatGPT will not give you any proper answer, right? So this is a use case, just simple use case. Any student, any person who wants to know why I use the word interval, because there can be a lot of meanings in different contexts. But in a data science context, it is giving me an answer with a very good example, right? So this is what students and anyone who wants to learn about these topics, they will only have this interface where they can type the topic. But what goes in the backend is what the prompt engineering really works, right? This is the code, backend code of this, and we call it prompt template. It is telling, this is the promise readers. Explain me about the topic. And this is what is coming, what a student is typing or the client is typing. So the prompt, actually the server takes the prompt like this. Explain me about the topic interval in data science in a simple manner to an 8th grader with elaborate example. And this is what you have to design. You have to design, and this is the next wave of jobs that are going to come for thousands of applications in the world. How they are going to design the prompt templates. This is just one example of one app that I made, and I played around with this a lot, right? Now, anyone types anything there, it is going to give them relevant information only. It is not going to hallucinate, because it can only talk about the topic that is inside data science, and it is explained it simply and with an elaborate example for anyone to understand. So this, actually, when people say prompt engineering, people say what actually it is, right? It is not a skill. But designing this skill, you cannot accept everyone to do, right? You can't expect everyone to type like this. Anyone who wants to learn about some topics cannot type like this. They will not type. They will only type one word, and then you have to do the things in the backend. And that is what is prompt engineering, and the buzz about building apps on OpenAI basically this is calling the Falcon LLM, but this is the thing that is main important that you need to design. Rest everything can be automated, but for this writing, this humans will still be needed, because you have to be creative. You have to write elaborately about this. So two takeaways I want to give. I'm sure all of you have used ChatGPT. Try to use Falcon. Just try to use it. Read about it. You can, and it is the best thing about it. It is faster. More current information is there. The exact date is not there, but you can get information up to 2022 June as well. And prompt engineering, the one that I showed you. Previous session I talked a lot about prompt engineering, but I wanted to show backend how prompt engineering actually works and how anyone can design a system using that. And that's it. And thank you very much. This is my LinkedIn. Sure to connect more and talk later after some time. Thank you.